Are England capable of taking back the Ashes? Are Australia capable of winning it in England for the first time since 2001? That is all up for grabs today as we begin the Ashes here at Edgbaston for the first Specsavers Ashes test. We head down to the middle where the national anthems are taking place. So the pre-game ceremony has begun and finished. We're here for the first Specsavers Ashes test match here. England taking on Australia. Looking at the playing 11s here. Some interesting inclusions for the Australians. Cameron Bancroft, David Warner and Steve Smith all playing their first test match since the Cape Town saga back at the beginning of 2018. Australia will have the call for the coin toss. They've called heads. And it's a tail. So, Joe Root, what are you going to be doing? England have chosen to bat, so they're going to be having a bat first. The pitch we've seen, it's a little bit grassy, but it's a little bit of dead grass. It's going to be very dry underneath. Pat Cummins going to be taking the new ball. And obviously Mitchell Starc not playing in this test match. We've got James Pattinson as Australia's big fast bowler. But Pat Cummins gets his opportunity with the new ball. Rory Burns and Jason Roy coming to the middle for England as they look to kick off this Ashes series with a big partnership for the Poms to get things underway. And that's what they're... Hang on, what is going on there? I'm pretty sure the Ashes are supposed to be on whatever that is. That little podium there as the players warm up. This is an extraordinary game we're going to see here of cricket, I think. Both sides, they've just come off a World Cup semi-final. England getting the better of them there. And Australia starting to really build some form. The first ball of the day, Pat Cummins to Rory Burns. And it's all well left, but it's gone over the top of Tim Payne. And that is 4 byes. So not the ideal start from an Australian point of view. And well left again. Oh, an outside edge this time from Burns. It goes in between about third slip and gully. And at the end of the opening over, England none for 9. Oh, this is just too straight. It's been played away from Hazelwood's bowling. It's 4 more. And I think what we're going to see here is there is a lot of bounce in this wicket. A little bit of unexpected amount of bounce is what we've been seeing. And I think that for the Australian point of view, they're going to be wanting to see what they can do with that bounce and I guess how they're going to go about it. We're yet to see this extra bounce trouble the batsman at all, but what does Josh Hazlewood have in store? Oh, an edge from Rory Burns and he's out! Bit of a nothing shot really. Just a strange dismissal to say the least, and he's got to go. England lose their first wicket, just 19 runs. Sort of a really odd shot to be playing early on, especially with all this extra bounce in the wicket that we're not really used to seeing too often here in England. Very dead underneath, and obviously it's creating a rock-hard pitch where we're seeing tons of bounce. Burns will have to go for 5. And Joe Root coming to the crease, batting at number 3, of course. In this series, Joe Denley in at number 4. And it's Josh Hazlewood getting the breakthrough for the Australians after just 3 overs. And it's 1 for 19 at this early stage. Oh, well played by Root from the back foot. This is going to race away. Not quite going to go to the rope, but it's enough to get him off the mark with a couple. Oh, and Cummins delivers an outside edge, sort of a leading edge from Jason Roy, and it absolutely flew to the boundary. We've seen on a couple of occasions today those edges just fly, and we've also seen some really good shots through the covers. This will be another couple of runs from Root, and oh, who is that? Who is that on the fence? I'm sure Tim Payne will not be happy with that bowling effort, and again, another outside edge from Roy just flies to the rope. So we've seen this bounce sort of on a good length. It just takes off the wicket. And again, this is Root doing really nicely. That's 4 more. So Pattinson now into the attack for the first time today. After Cummins and Hazlewood Started really promisingly, and he's been hit away for 4 as well. Jason Roy doing a nice job right now. 19 from 32. And knows when to leave a ball, and that one has flown over Tim Payne once again.
Yep.
Oh, again, Root and Roy, they are just continuing to find gaps in this Australian field. And that is the 50 partnership up between them. They've done an extraordinary job so far. Very well done. After losing that first wicket of Rory Burns, they've really come together and started to build a big partnership here. And another outside edge from Jason Roy goes for the rope for 4. It just flew over the top of everyone, keeper and slips.
Yes, catch.
And pulled away by Root. That's 4 again. So now Nathan Lyon in the attack for the Australians. Can he provide a breakthrough?
Yep.
Not straight away. Roy just tucks it away on the onside for a couple.
Yep. Yep. Catch.
Oh, pulled away by Root. That's a great shot. That's 4. And that will be the 100 up for England. Very well played by the skipper. Since he's come in, he's looked solid at the crease. Hasn't had too many issues. Just maybe a little bit nervy early on. And again, that's a cracking shot off Lyon. That's 4 more, and Joe Root brings up his half century from just 52 balls. It's been quite an aggressive innings. 10 boundaries in it as well. And he goes over the top again. And that's 4 more.
Yep.
Oh, and this time it's Roy with the outside edge. And another boundary. And that brings up the 100 partnership between these two. It's been a really good start from England. After losing an early wicket, Australia yet to find that breakthrough. Root and Roy have put on 100 runs partnership here.
Yep.
And Nathan Lyon trying to find a spark for the Australian team. Can he give them a wicket that they desperately need?
Yep.
Not with that delivery. That's poor. And it's hit away by Roy to the leg side. They're going to come back for 2. And that's 50 for Jason Roy. A superb innings. He's taken his time to get there. 80 deliveries. Hit 10 boundaries as well. I think we're a little surprised with how many runs have come from boundaries. But you can see a lot of those behind square, behind the wicket. What can Pat Cummins do? He can knock Joe Root over. He's got him straight through him, out swinger. It just nipped back a fraction. Root thought it would come in a little bit more. He's gone for 55. Australia get the breakthrough they desperately needed. England 2 for 123. And Joe Denley to the crease. Just his 3rd test match here. What does he have in store? Pat Cummins steaming in, just dismissed the England captain. Can he take another wicket? No, that's actually an extraordinary shot. It's gone in the gap. And that's 4 for Denley off the first ball.
Yep. Gotcha.
Oh, pulled away, Roy. Just the one this time. End of the opening session. And England 2 for 136. Burns and Root. Burns the first to go. Bowled Hazelwood, caught Khawaja at first slip. And then we saw Roy and Root put on a pretty good partnership before Joe Root dismissed by Pat Cummins just before the lunch break here on the opening day. England 2 for 136. Oh, Nathan Lyon here, starting things off after the lunch break. Has he got the breakthrough of Jason Roy? He has. It's an inside edge onto the pad. So what a start. He's come on the 2nd over here after lunch. And he's got the breakthrough almost immediately. And it was the informed Jason Roy. Just a little tickle onto the pad. It bobbled up and Steve Smith just gobbled that catch up very nicely. England now 3 for 143 as Ben Stokes makes his way to the middle. So really good work there from Nathan Lyon. It's taken him a few overs to get into his groove, but once he's found it, he's looked good. Cummins gets another one. Denley driving edge and taken. And that is 2 wickets in the space of 4 deliveries for the Australians. And they've got 2 new men in at the crease. Stokes and Butler. And what do they have in store? Butler has hit a superb shot between cover and point for a boundary off his first ball. Oh, this one from Stokes just down the ground. As beautiful as you like. That's 4. Again, this partnership starting to grow here. They haven't been in too long together, but another boundary from Butler. And another one. So back-to-back boundaries now. This one an outside edge, but no one really lurking there. Sort of a strange field to be having to Ben Stokes. And he's got it through the gap again. This is 4 more. Jimmy Pattinson almost bowled 10 overs. Ben Stokes playing at it. He's edged it. And it's taken by Khawaja. Another wicket falls. So Australia have owned this little period after lunch. Stokes this time dismissed. Usman Khawaja at first slip. Doing the job. That's his second catch for the match so far. Ben Stokes will have to go. England 5 for 188. Australia looking promising as Bairstow makes his way to the crease. So this is a big moment in this game for England. We're just about halfway through the first day and it's 5 wickets down. For 188 runs. Bairstow and Butler really got to rebuild here as we have a drink. Bairstow just sweeps it away, sort of for 1. Gets off the mark. Oh, now an outside edge, so a little bit of luck early on here for Bairstow. Sees him get a boundary. And again, but this time it's from Josh Butler. So the Aussies back with the quick bowlers. They're getting chances, but the field really just doesn't provide it. I have no idea how that has missed everything. And now Butler finally finds the middle of the bat. Picks up a couple more runs. Just the 2. And that's the 200 up for England. So inside 50 overs, we've seen England manage to get 200 runs. And this is a quality shot from Josh Butler. Over the top on the offside. Just a little bit of the aggressive nature we see from him and the good stroke making that he possesses. Johnny Bairstow coming back for 3 here. Oh no, just the 2. So they'll stick with that. Oh, quality shot from Bairstow again. And again, we've seen, throughout this innings as it's progressed, it's seemingly got a little bit harder to bat on. We've seen players slow down in their run-scoring capabilities. Josh Butler here going at just under 60 strike rate. Bairstow just under 50. Is this an opportunity? No, says the umpire. It seems to have gone past everything. Oh, and another chance. Maybe going over the top. And we've sort of seen those strike rates slow down as the Australian bowlers have got better and better. But doesn't matter how much better they're getting if these guys can continue to stick around at the crease. There's runs to be had. That one looked really close from Johnny Bairstow. And the Australians are going to go upstairs here. Their first review today. Pitching in line. Impact in line. But it's that bounce that sees it going over the top of the stumps. And it's missing the wickets. So Australia's starting to get a little bit more desperate now. They're really peppering the stumps. There's an outside edge that goes for 4. Wonder if there's anything they can do to their bowling attack to sort of change things up. That is a great shot from Josh Butler. It's gone all the way for 4. Just the one bounce and over the fence. And he started to really become a little bit more aggressive, and this one just a fine tickle. Another boundary, 57 overs gone, England 5 for 237. And this partnership really starting to build. Almost a 50 partnership up between these two, I think. I think it might be worth 54 right now. And they've done a really good job. Oh, it's close from Cummins. Might not be hitting in line. Oh, and through mid-wicket this time, it's Butler again. It's another boundary. This partnership continues to grow. Just 2 balls left in the second session here for England. And it's now over, I guess. Okay, so at the end of the second session, England 5 for 248. Cummins has a couple of wickets, and Pattinson as well. And we saw that little period just after the lunch break, Australia taking those 3 wickets relatively quickly. We saw the 2 wickets fall in the space of a couple of deliveries, and now Steve Smith into the attack. Just try and switch things up for Tim Paine. Can he buy a wicket with Steve Smith? They dominated that little period after lunch. Can they do the same thing after the tea break? Oh, this is close here from Smith. And he's got it. The umpire has given it out. Steve Smith has done exactly what his captain Paine would have asked. Just see if you can switch it up, mix it up. Bairstow not going upstairs. Smith gone. Smith gets the wicket. England 6 for 256. We'll take a look at this on the ball tracking here. Just the 1 over for Steve Smith, and he's done exactly what the Aussies were hoping. He broke this pair. Wickets, umpire's call. The rest was fine. It looked like it was going on to hit the top of the leg stump. And it brings Mowing Ali to the crease, who's hit a boundary from his first ball. So, with Mowing Ali at the crease, Nathan Lyon straight back into the attack. Obviously dismissed him on 7 occasions. Smart move from Tim Paine, and that's 50 for Jos Buttler. So a really solid half century, 9 boundaries. It's taken him a couple of hours to get there. He's really just spent some time at the crease, and now we go in and have a look here at Mowing Ali versus Nathan Lyon. Jeez, what a battle this has been over the years. Lyon has dismissed Ali 7 times throughout test matches, and I think he's got the skills to get him out again. Really just dotting him up here. 1 ball to come in the over. Whips it away to the leg side. Travis Head getting to it, and he takes the catch. Lyon gets Ali for an 8th time, and Australia get another wicket. Mowing Ali is going to have to go for just 4. This is an extraordinary sort of record Nathan Lyon has against Mowing Ali. And he's just whipped it away to the leg side, and Travis Head gets there to take the catch. It's a little bit too much in the air. England now 7 for 261. So you can see the wagon wheel of Jos Buttler's half century. That's pretty good. And it brings Chris Wokes to the crease for England. And he hits a boundary off the bowling of Pattinson to get himself some runs. And now Butler with some sheer power through the leg side. He's played well through that mid-wicket area. Oh, outside edge from Wokes. Just flew a mile over the slips for 4. We've seen a lot of those edges fly today. Slower ball from Pattinson, and it gets the wicket. Similar sort of delivery, just took a little bit of pace off. Wokes threw the shot again, and Tim Paine takes this one and well above his head. But Australia get another wicket. England 8 down now. Stuart Broad to come, as well as Jimmy Anderson. England 8 for 286. As Broad walks out to the crease. He doesn't last very long. Only a couple of runs he managed. Australia really getting on top now. And you just wonder where this game is poised, because you don't know what's a good score on this pitch right now. England 9 down for 289. It's a big enough score if they can bowl well. But Anderson to the crease, and the Australians love to get England out here for below 300. Cummins to Anderson.
Yep.
And he's off the mark straight away, Jimmy. Just takes the single, gets himself off strike.
Yep.
And now we might see a little bit more aggression from Butler, whipping it through the leg side for a boundary.
Yep.
And again, this time he goes through the offside, driving nicely. That's 4 more.
Yep.
Oh, again, he beats that gap. Finds another boundary. 300 up for England.
Yep.
And he swings hard at this one, and it's gone over the top of the slips for 4.
Yes, yes.
Oh, even Jimmy Anderson getting in on the act. He's hung around for 20 deliveries here. It's really starting to be a nuisance for the Australian bowlers.
Yep.
Oh, Butler's got it in the gap. That's a superb shot for 4. So, a bit of a danger period now for the Aussies. Worst case scenario for them is England find a way to get this to about 350. So, another boundary from Jimmy Anderson. He stuck around a long time. And with just an over and a half to go, the question will remain, or just an over to go now. The question is, can Josh Butler get 100 on the first day's play? He goes big over the leg side. That's going to be 6. The fielders couldn't get to it. And he moves on to 98, so he's a real hot chance now. What a finish to the opening day we've got coming up here. England 9 for 344. Butler striking it well on 98 from 136 balls. 3 balls left in the day's play. No run. And a defensive shot. There's just 1 ball to come. How will England play this? How will Josh Butler play this? Will he look for 2? Will he look to survive? Cummins fires it in on the stumps, gets a little inside edge onto the pad. It's ballooned up to first slip, and the Aussies think they've got it. Umpire puts the finger up on the last ball of the first day's play. Australia have bowled England out. But I think we might have a review here. We will have a review. So Josh Butler, obviously off the last ball of the day, gets dismissed. It was a full in-swinging ball from Cummins. Was there an inside edge? Here's the first question. Gee, it looks close there, because if there wasn't, it looks like it might have been going down the leg side. You need hotspot to determine this. There it is. There's a faint tickle. You can see it on the bat. And it's ballooned up off the pad. The ball never bounced. A big full toss hits the bat onto the pad in the air, and the wicket is taken. So a dramatic finish to the opening day of play here at Edgbaston in England. England won the toss, elected to bat, all out for 344. Josh Butler, the star, 98 runs, half centuries to Root and Roy, 55 apiece for them. Bairstow with a little bit of a start. Pat Cummins for the Aussies, the key wicket taker, took 4 wickets. A little bit expensive there, but bowled 27 overs. So a hell of an effort from him. Steve Smith with a cameo wicket from his single over. Lyon, a couple of wickets as well. Pattinson bowled well, taking a couple. And Josh Hazlewood also took the first wicket of the day and was 1 wicket for 71 after 18 overs for himself. At the end of the opening day's play, England all out for 344. It's all poised for a fantastic day 2 of cricket to come. This Ashes series is going to be phenomenal. Thank you all for watching. We hope you can join the coverage here on day 2 of the Ashes.